Hello, welcome to the top of the world. It's mid-March. So we got daylight, but it's not the gloom that we're used to, and we got lots of fresh snow. Both of those things are normal. Both of those things are good. However, it is now mid-afternoon, and I have been ploughing since 7 o'clock this morning. But I've stopped here in this stunning place 4 days ago. I run in a bunch of new trails to an area I haven't been to for 4 or 5 years. And the reason I haven't been here is because the snow, when it's so deep, you just can't get here. But we've had this series of thaws, freezes, and that's made the snow a bit more stable for my tank of a snowmobile. And I took the risk because I need to get over here, and I got over here and I run a trail. So what I'm doing this afternoon is I'm just rerunning my trails because we've got more snow forecast, and now I've got the trails compacted and frozen. I have to keep them like that. Tonight it's forecast for 20 below zero. So by compacting this fresh snow, I'll add another layer of frozen compaction to my trails, and they'll stay. They'll stay much longer. It's such a stunning place here, I thought I'd show you. And another thing I wanted to show you, whilst so that you get what I'm talking about, because not everybody does. I'm probably going to regret doing this. In fact, I'm going to put my gloves on because I'm probably going to regret doing it, but I'm going to do it. And I've got no snowshoes on, right, you notice, because I'm on this compacted trail. But what happens if you step off of this compacted trail? Because this all looks like there's about a foot of snow and everything's dandy. No, I don't know how deep that is, right? Because I've never been off this trail. I only ran this trail a few days ago. But I can tell you that 4 or 5 years ago, it was 1 metre deeper. That's 3 feet deeper than it is now, because I can see the bottom of one of my stumps that I would have dug down. Anyway, I'm going to regret this. I'm trying to find the edge of my trail. There's the edge of my trail. I'm going to jump. That's probably the best way. Oh. Just jump, Simon. Am I at the bottom? No, I'm not at the bottom. But I've compacted enough to get back out. Don't go backwards. The things I do. Anyway, where are we with that? So that's 2.5 feet compaction, it's about 3 feet. It's about 4 feet deep off of the trail. So, what was I doing? Oh, I was showing you. Nearly forgot what I was doing there. That there is the top of a stump I cut 4 years ago, and I'd have dug down the snow as far as I could to get to that far. Anyway, and there's a creek just the other side of this tree here. There's a creek runs through there, so you can only get to this side in the winter. How stunning is that? So this is a trail I've just come across and run, and that's what it looks like before it's run. So I have to compact those, otherwise I'll lose them. But you can see how terrainy this is, and you're never quite sure what you're going after. And when they clear cut this, some of these things like this are tree stumps. And you go ploughing through the snow and you hit a tree stump and it flips you over. And trust me, trying to cross this bit of no man's land, I've been in some real deep stuff and some real trouble. Because this, it's too much. You can't pick it up. You can't do anything with it. It's not like one of these lightweight zoomy, I'm gonna sound stupid now, one of these lightweight zoomy sports snowmobiles. It's not, it's a big rig, if you like. I've got to run that one. And I've been in there trying to clear out some of the rubbish. You can see the stumps over there that when I cut them I'd have dug down as far as I could to fell them. So I'm actually going back and taking some of these stumps out. But this is a real, don't look like it, but it's a real scrabbly bit of land. And the trees are real rubbish over here. See all these stumps that I can go back and dig down and cut all them out now. But like I say, I haven't been in there for a good number of years. And the owner wants firewood. And this is a scrabbly bit of land. See, jumping in there, I ain't got my avies in. And all the snow's gone down the side of my wellies. Not good. So I've come over here to get firewood for him. But you can see there's a stump in there and there's a stump over there, and this is all firewood I took for him 5 years ago, and I'd have dug down to get those stumps out. So that's how much snow we're missing here. I know where it's all gone, of course. It's all gone to California. Who would have thought? Anyway, like I say, the polar vortex slipped over the other side, along with the extra 16 degrees of tilt that the earth decides to go on. California got it. So anyway, there you go. Anyway, so it's quite it's not very nice. I don't think this bit of land's particularly fertile, and it's all got fir on it. There's no pine in there at all. There's not much birch. It's just, yeah, it's a scrabbly bit of land on the other side of a bit that's been clear cut. Last time I was here, me and my daughter, on this, my youngest daughter, on this hill here, we, I'm still trying to get the snow out my boot, we created a large butterfly and a bee. Can't remember why. Anyway, she played out here for a couple of days on this. See, this is all heavily planted here, and this was clear cut at the same time, and the current owner paid for this to be planted, and it's never been planted. And I haven't done anything with this side. I've planted up over on the hill there, that hill on the other side of the valley there. That's where I planted 100 trees in honour of my late first wife. She said to our daughter she wanted to come back as a tree. Well, I planted 100. Now 100's not going to survive. I'll be lucky if I get 50 out of that, but I planted them. But this just sits here barren, and that's what it should look like. And that's what happens when you don't plant after clear cutting. It stays barren. In fact, instead of getting a good mixture of fir and pine like this, what you get is weeds, which is no good. And it's not a particularly nice bit of land, like I say. I don't know why, because everything around it seems to be growing very well. I don't know why this is such a... Anyway, I call it a scrabbly bit of land, call it what you like. The trees are not very big, and they're not very good, and they're not a good species. So, there's one nice pine there, look. And the rest of these are all fir. No use for nothing. Too sappy, too knotty, they don't burn well. There's it's just don't cut well. It's just not it's not good timber. It's not valuable. It's just, that's probably why it wasn't cut, because it's got no value. Just gets in the way. Nobody wants it. Pulp, I suppose, but then it could be too sappy for pulp. So had a nice fire here yesterday. That's the remnants of the fire. But there's a lot of dead stuff as well. It's quite a hard bit of land to get in there and clear. Anyway, I'm whittling on about a load of old rubbish. That's come down in the last few years. I'd like to get that out of it. Anyway, we have recrushed this, and it's very soft, this, at the moment. It needs a couple of nights of 20 below zero, 20 below freezing to harden it all off. and then it'll be nice. But it is a nice area in this valley. So it's on this other side here. That's where I've planted up. It needs more, but all of this should have been planted up after it was clear cut. And this is, you know, this is a sad bit, the sadness of human greed, right? And there's a good many people responsible for this. Anyway, so this bit of land was owned by somebody who owned a house in the village. Each, you know, villager got their bit of land. And when he realised he was going to move and sell the house, he had this clear cut. And he should have paid for the replanting. And then, of course, he sold the land with the house. And a friend of mine bought the house and the land. And for some reason, he had to pay again to have this land planted up. And it's never been done. So I don't know how many times somebody's paid to have this land planted up. But some, you know, human greed, you know about it. They've just pocketed the money and nobody's planted it up. And now we've got a piece of wasteland that should have young trees on it. See, all the trees, these have all grown since it's been clear cut. So you can see what this should look like. See all the young ones. They're all ones that have been self-seeded. So if this was planted when it was clear cut, you would have, I don't know, there would be 8 or 9 years of growth on these trees. Anyway, pains me, greed. And what did it gain them? Nothing. Anyway, I'm whittling again. Anyway, nice bit of land. I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee here, and then we're going to get our way out. Put my gloves on now. Well, so what's the temperature? Because you notice I'm not wearing my big Arctic suits. I think it's 8 to 10 below freezing, something like that. But it's going to drop a lot lower tonight. Hello and welcome to the top of the world. Good, beautiful morning it is. It's currently about 12 below. You can see we've had fresh snow, and we're about to embark on yet another day's logging. Now, the sun's quite high in the sky, so you think that's later in the day. It isn't. It's just because our seasons are changing from winter to summer. And it got light this morning around 500 hours. Anyway, snowmobile's in there, warming up. I don't know how well the light is or how well it works when I'm swinging around like this, but yeah, we're off skiing to this morning. It's currently 12 below, it was 20 below. Everything should be nice and frozen and our track should all be good. Have I got enough daylight and temperature to do another load? Yeah, my back says no. My back says just don't even think about it. And there's that blowing in, so you know, and it's big stuff. It's dead, so it's very lightweight. Some of it's got really bad blowing in already. It's not going to be any good for much, but some bits haven't. So all the tops of these were all dead. So this is what I brought in today, and it's all pine, but it's all dead standing that I've had tagged, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, at least 3 years since I've been over there. So unfortunately it's got bluing in, but it's still really heavy. Anyway, my back says I've got to go and lie down now. I can't do any more. So that's that over with. Thank you all for joining me. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're not, really helps the channel out, don't cost you anything. And if you want to support the channel, you can with buying me a coffee, links in the description or in the header of the homepage. Thank you all for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.